Good morning, friends. The time is 9:53 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 23rd of April, 2024. Now, of course, that means for my time-traveling freaky friends on the other side of the planet there, those folks in Australia, it is the 24th. Hello, Melbourne, and all other points on the other side of the planet. Heck, hello to everybody, no matter where you are, my friends. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. That group that was so funny, I started it twice. And you, my friends, you are awesome. And you know how I know you're awesome? Because you took these little groups that I started and you made them huge. And you filled them up with awesome things. Therefore, if you bring the awesome, you must be awesome too, my friends. Thanks for making us amazing. Thanks for being members of Well, I Thought It Was Funny. And happy first anniversary to the group Well, I Thought It Was Funny. Well, it's currently called Well, I Thought I Was Funny, Rises from the Grave. A mistake. We founded that main group 1 year ago today, my friends. That is right. And from that first day to today, we are over 666,000 members in that group, my friends. Read whatever you want into that number you like. It means nothing but awesomeness to me today, my friends. That is incredible. 1 year, and we're well over 500,000 folks. And we are the funniest city on the internet, folks. I call it that. Why do I call it that? Because that's more people than many cities on the planet. We are the funniest city on the internet. Population you, population me, and we're funny people. We're living in a funny place, and we make people laugh every day, my friends. And you know, it's not just that one group. There's two groups that make up our community. I created a second group, as I said in the intro, in case something happened to that big group. And you know, something happened to that big group. Back on February 21st of this year, I was socially engineered, scammed out of that big group while I was trying to set up advertising. Yeah, I think I was getting a little greedy possibly, but I let my guard down and that group was stolen from me, and then we lost it from that day, that afternoon of the 21st of February, all the way till April 1st. I had given up hope in getting that group back. I had a shadowy figure that was claiming to help me in the background, and you know, they contacted me insisting I keep them anonymous, and I don't know who they are, so I'm not giving anything away, but they did tell me they were going to help me. And I got to tell you, honestly, I didn't believe them, because I had a few people try to say they were going to help me, and then they all started asking me for money. This person didn't ask me for money, didn't ask me for any personal information at all. Well, they asked me who I wanted to be admins of the group, and we put it back. That was it. And they would contact me every once in a while. But I didn't think anything was happening, you know, and I was trying to go through the regular channels. April 1st, April Fool's Day, my friends. So I'll tell you, I didn't believe this when I heard it. I got a message from this person, and they were saying that within 3 days I would be put back in as admin of the group, and I'd be in charge. And I'm serious. I didn't believe him. Like I said, it's April Fool's Day, right? I mean, you're not supposed to believe anything that day. And it had already been a month and a half or more. Well, you know, a couple hours later, I was watching YouTube, right? A couple hours later, I go back to Facebook, and I notice I'm logged out. And I think, well, that's kind of weird, because, you know, I didn't log out of Facebook. So I logged back in, and it made me confirm through my two-factor authorization that I already had set up that it was me. So it looks like something had changed in the background that I didn't have anything to do with. I kind of didn't think about it for a moment. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute. I went to the site, which I had been banned from, the first site. I went to the group, and I was able to get in. So I knew there was something changed there right away. And I look at admin, it was just me. No, it was actually myself and Gail, who's our admin for both, co-admin for both of our groups there. I was pretty shocked. And like I said, it took a second to believe it. But we had the group back, my friends. Had it back in time for our 1 year anniversary, my friends. And that's today, 1 year anniversary of founding that group. And let's not forget that second group with over 1,200 amazing members. The group that kept us alive while that first group was stolen, that group is still thriving, my friends. We have two beautiful groups that make up our community, make up this big city of, well, I Thought It Was Funny, the funniest city on the internet. I couldn't be happier, my friends, to have a group like you folks to be spending this day with today. Thank you so very much for making us awesome, because that's what you have done. And thank you so much for coming along for this ride. Thank you to those folks out there that got the message that the group was stolen from me, that came over to the new group and then brought as many of their friends as they could to the new group and tried to spread the message on the other group. A lot of you folks got banned from that other group like I did by getting too vocal, and the scammers got wind of it and started banning us for spreading that message, asking people to come over to the newer of the two groups. Folks, thank you so very much. I gotta say thank you to a few specific people. There are way too many people for me to thank, and I'm gonna forget people if I do. But there are a couple of people I really wanna point out this morning. I wanna say thank you to Gail Countaway. She's been my admin in the two groups. She was an early member of the first group, and she's been awesome. Huge reason why the groups have been successful, my friends. Just amazing work, Gail. Thank you so very much. I got to say the same thing to my friend John Kyle. John, man, we've been friends since I was in grade 10. We've been friends, and John has been one of those amazing people, those unique individuals, but unique in a great way, my friends. And John has been amazing too, supportive the whole time, and a member of the group, member of the administration team. And John, thank you. Thank you to Sam Cosham. I met Sam through the groups, and Sam's been fantastic, and I'm happy to call Sam my friend today. And Sam, I know you had to step back a little bit. That's your choice, but you know we don't want you to leave the group. So anytime you want to come back and mod a little bit, you do it, my friend. You're still a member of the admin team, and you're still a friend. And thank you for being here for this crazy ride, my friend. Thank you to my friend Dan Peterson, another member of our admin team. Another member of our team. He's a mod and a good friend. I've been working with Dan for going on 8 years now. Dan is a funny guy, a smart guy, an advocate. He is a great singer. And did I say funny? Because he's funny. He's also a smart ass. That's one of the reasons why I love you, Dan. And there's a couple of specific members I'm going to call out. I don't want you to miss anyone. I don't want you to feel left out if I don't call you out. There's just too many people. There are some specific people of course, I have to say thank you to my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy, for just putting up with me, just day in, day out for as long as you have in general. But thank you for being an awesome member of the group and supportive too. And to your friends who went out and, passed on the message that the group was stolen too back when it happened. Thank you to my mom. Well, thank you to my mom for everything, of course. Thank you to Michelle Finnerty. Thank you to Melissa Carnahan. Melissa Carnahan, unfortunately, is not currently a member of the group. We hope she comes back, but she's not on Facebook currently. And she had a rough ride. She got knocked off Facebook, I think 3 times in 3 months, and that nobody likes that, right? But Melissa, thank you. I know she watches these via YouTube. We miss you, and we'll welcome you back anytime you want to come back, if you ever want to come back. Thank you to Dave Knapp for being a friend and for all those jokes that you provide every day and all your great posts. Thank you to Lizzie Grin, thank you for helping us weed out so many scammers and your awesome posts. I think I said Michelle Finnerty, because I can't forget Michelle Finnerty, one of our top posters, and Sue Ocheski. I'm gonna miss a lot of people, so I better stop naming names. I just want to say thank you to all of you for supporting us when we lost that big group, for supporting us when we set up the new group, for going back to the big group when we got it back, and thanks for posting in both, and thanks for just making us awesome, folks. Thanks for an amazing year, and thanks for this amazing year that's coming up, folks. We're just going to grow, and we're going to continue to get more awesome because of folks like you. Now let's see if we can hit 1 million within that next year, my friends. We're at 660, between the two groups, 667,000 plus members. I bet you we can hit 1 million. All right, so what are you folks doing today? I'm not going to be doing a whole heck of a lot today. I am still not feeling great, and if you watch these videos or if you follow me on anything, you probably know that I'm not doing great, but I'm definitely doing better. I've been having some gastric issues, and I'm getting better, but I'm still kind of suffering. And you can probably hear my vocal cords are still a little fried from the acid reflux issues I had, and I should not be drinking coffee. But anyways, I'm not doing a lot today. I'm going to be working on this video, which I started late, my friends, because I tried to do some research, and I'm still beat up a little bit. But I'm going to work on this video. probably try to get outside, get some vitamin D there. It's actually a little sunny right now. I don't know what the rest of the day is going to be like, but it's definitely been better weather than we've had the last couple of days, so I should be doing that. You can probably tell by the light coming through my blinds, which are actually closed, but not very well, that it is sunny out. So yeah, still recuperating, trying to get feeling better, and like I said, I am feeling better, but I'm still I feel a little nauseous. So enough about me feeling sorry for myself. What are you doing today, my friends? I'd really love to hear what you're doing. You know, I try to ask this every day when I do have a proper video, because I really am interested. I had a few people tell me what they were up to a few days ago. It's kind of moved now because it's been a few days old, but I want to say thank you to Rose Glad, and thank you to my mom, and thank you to Michelle Finnerty, and thank you to everybody else, and Gail, and everybody else who shares what they do during the day when I do ask. So you know what? I am curious. I'd love to hear what you're doing today, my friends. Why don't you leave a comment on this video, especially if you've never done that before. I mean, don't feel any pressure. I'm not in charge of you, my friends, but I would love to make that little bit of a connection. We're not filling out dossiers on you folks or collecting any information. We just honestly interested in your day. So today for me, not a heck of a lot happening. I missed several days of work over the last few days, and there's a hockey game tonight that I was going to attend. I don't think I'm going to a hockey game tonight, my friends. No, I don't think so at all. And it's an important playoff game for Calgary Hitmen, and I'd love to see it. It just can't happen. But that said, I'm getting better, getting much better. And that's what I'm going to concentrate on doing today. It's just getting better and feeling better. So yeah, drop a line, leave a comment on this video. What are you doing, my friends? And I'd really love to hear it. You know what I will do? I will do something a little different, because I do ask for photos of your pets and that, and I do get some great photos of my mom. My mom shared a fantastic photo of who I call my adopted brother. My adopted brother Rufus, the best looking boy in the... Sorry about this, folks. I got to try and fix my blinds. All right, sorry about that, folks. I had to do an adjustment on my blinds. It was really causing havoc with my camera. And I am having camera issues. You might be able to see the lights flickering and stuff like that, so I do apologize. But anyways, folks, you know, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you a video of my little buddy Morrison. We have 2 cats, 2 fur babies. And there's Morrison last night when I was sitting on the couch watching YouTube feeling horrible. Check him out. He's so cute. I love that little guy. He's not so little. He's a pretty good sized cat. Yeah, he was just sitting on me making muffins on my arm. And I was a little uncomfortable because I got to trim his nails, but it sure was cute, wasn't it? I'm also going to show you a photo of my adopted brother, Rufus. He is a golden doodle, and he is like the best dog in the world. He is such a sweetheart, and he's a great companion for my mom. And he's the funniest dog. As my mom says, he makes her laugh every day. But look at that. That's him when she picked him up. It was his birthday the other day. He was 6 years old, and that was the day that she picked him up, actually. And there's the picture of him on his birthday. Take a look at that. What a good-looking pooch. He was a cute little boy, and he's a beautiful big boy. Handsome big boy. So I'd love to see some photos of your pets, folks. Send in your photos, even some short videos if you want. I'd love to share them. I know it's not necessarily funny for everybody, but you know what? It's part of that connection. We're a community, my friends. I'd love to get to know a little bit about a few more of you. So there's my fur baby. I've shared photos. I've actually showed you our little girl, Thatcher. I've showed her off in here while she's walked through while I've been recording. She's a beautiful black kitty, and she's a sweetheart too. She and Morrison are brother and sister. So let's see your pets, folks. Let's hear about your days. You know, you send any of that. You can just leave that as comments on this video, or if you want, you can email it to admin@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. That's admin@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. Just get it to us anyway, and I'd love to share it, my friend. So yeah, let's hear what you're doing today, my friends. All right, you know what? I'm going to showcase a couple of posts like I always do from a couple of fantastic members of the group like you. And the folks I'm going to be sharing their posts are David Kessler and Miranda Roy. Unless you're from Quebec, Miranda, then that would be Miranda Wa. Sorry, that's the French pronunciation of that name, which I believe means king or royalty. So Miranda Roy and David Kessler. I'm going to start off with Miranda's post right now. Both of these posts made me laugh, and that's the only reason why they're featured and not yours. Yours probably made me laugh too. These made me laugh most recently. So, Miranda, bringing up yours right now. Here we go. Yep. Just because you're in my dreams doesn't mean you're sexy. It usually means you're being weird. Really, I found this one funny, and it's because it's true, right? I mean, I'll leave it up there for a few more seconds for you folks to read. And thank you, Miranda. You made me laugh this morning, and I'm sure you made a bunch of other people laugh for that. Miranda. Thank you so very much. All right. Well, thank you for that, Miranda. Now, the next one I'm bringing up, of course, is from David Kessler, as I mentioned. And bringing it up right away here. And wow, is this freaking true? I don't drive a minivan, but I've driven behind minivans trying to get onto a highway. And holy smokes, especially these. This is funny. These aren't fake laughs. These are weak laughs for me because I'm not feeling good. David, you made me laugh last night with this one, so I saved it right away. And Miranda, I found yours this morning. These are both hilarious. Thank you, David. Thank you, Miranda. Really appreciate your posts, my friends. Now, I'm going to share 2 more posts with you. These are the first 2 posts posted to our group back on the 23rd of April, 2024. And they're both by me because I was the only member at the time. I'm going to bring up the first 2, and they feel a little weak now. So I'm going to bring up my first one here. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. I love it. Bring it right up. Just I'll eclipse myself with it, my friends. This is post number 1 of our group. Well, I thought it was funny. Well, currently, I thought I was funny rises from the grave. That's going to change. Oh my God. So there you go, my friends. Post number 1. Now let's show you post number 2. Our first 2 posts, they were back to back. Here's post number 2. And you know what? I'll bring that up a little bit. And I'll stretch that out a little bit too if you want. Eclipse myself again. Post number 2. I still find this funny, my friends, so I don't feel bad laughing at it. Oh my gosh, boy, we've come a long way, folks. Those were our 2 posts, and you should see what we get nowadays. I'm so glad that we made it a year. I'm so glad that you folks are here with us. And those are our first two posts ever. And of course, those 2 great posts from David Kessler and Miranda Roy, or Miranda Waugh, depending on where you're from. And folks, I want to share your posts too. All you got to do is just post stuff. Post funny stuff that you find on the internet. It doesn't have to be from Facebook. It could be almost from anywhere on the internet, as long as it's funny and it kind of fits the group. You post them. If it doesn't quite fit, maybe it won't make it, but I still want you to post it. And if you make me laugh, there's a good chance that your post is going to be featured here. So where the heck are we, folks? Where are we? Let's take a look here, because I'm pretty worn out. I got to make sure I'm on track. I know I started off by telling you what the time was on my side of the planet, and I started late. I really did. And then I told you what the date was on my side of the planet, you know, and then I told you what the date was on the other side of the planet there. Hello, Melbourne. And then I also introduced myself before that, but you know who I am by now. And then I asked you to please share some details from your day if you like. I'd love to hear about your day. I told you about my lame day, and it's gonna be lame. And then I also shared a photo, 2 photos of my adopted brother, my beautiful adopted brother, Rufus. And I showed you the photo of the day that my mom brought him home. What a cutie. And I showed you the day of his birthday the other day, because he just turned 6, my friends. And he's such a handsome boy. And he's such a good boy. And he's funny. He is funny. Animals can be funny, friends. And he's a funny guy. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to my adopted brother, Rufus. Then I also shared a little video of my boy making muffins on my arm. What a, you know. I was sitting on the couch last night. I wasn't feeling it. So, and then, then that brought us to the point where I shared a couple of posts from great people. It was one from David Kessler, and the other one was from Miranda Roy. And then I got a little confused, and I got myself to here, and I had to figure out where it was. And you know, when I get here, usually the only place I can go from here, because I try to follow things logically, would normally, and I think today would probably be the same as any other day, be right to the bad jokes. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? Timing. My friend got me an elephant for my room when I said thanks. He said, don't mention it. A man was washing his car with his son when his son turned to his dad and said, Dad, next time can you just use a sponge? What do you call an attractive monster? Pretty scary. Have you heard the joke about yoga? Never mind, it's a bit of a stretch. I'm on a whiskey diet. I've lost 3 days already. I wrote a book on reverse psychology. Don't buy it. You know, I got a lot of jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. I'm not lazy. I'm just on energy savings mode. I asked the gym instructor if he could teach me how to do the splits. He goes, it all depends. How flexible are you? And I replied, well, I can't be here on Tuesdays. Folks, thank you for coming for the jokes. I really appreciate it. Thank you. If they make you laugh, I really appreciate it. If they just don't make you run away, that's also something I should appreciate. I do appreciate anyone who appreciates humor. Those jokes are an attempt at humor. I know a few of you like them, and I know a few of you laugh at them. And that makes me feel great, and that's why I do them, my friends. And, and thank you to all you folks that send in jokes all the time. Folks like Dave Knapp, my friend Dave Knapp, folks like Michelle Finnerty, folks like my wife, folks like my friend Mitch. Thanks to anyone who sends in jokes. And I want to tell your jokes. I want you to send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. That's jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if I use your jokes, my friends, I'm giving you credit. I'm not someone who steals jokes, because I know what it's like to have your jokes stolen. So send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny. If I use your joke, I'm going to say, and I got jokes from you, whatever your name is. Insert that here, just like I do almost every day for my friend David Knapp. Oh, and speaking of my friend David Knapp, I just want to pass along. I know I mentioned a week or so ago that I was going through some rough times, and they were busy dealing with some issues, and I asked a few folks to send out some positive vibes and positive thoughts and everything. I should have said prayers too. I'm not a big prayer person, but I know a lot of people are, and I'm not discounting that. That's just me. But I should have said that too. But anyways, I do want to. Dave said thank you to everybody for the positive thoughts and everything. And I want you to know that things are looking better for Dave. He sent me a note. I'm not going to share any real details, but he said things are looking better. Things are going well. He really appreciated the positive thoughts, my friends. So David, I just want to say I'm so glad to hear that things have made a turn for the better. And just thanks for being awesome, Dave. And just wishing the best for you going forward, and hope every day is better than the last, my friend David. So there you go, folks. Just a little update there. And folks, once again, send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And you know what else would be cool, my friends? You hear my stupid voice and how rough it is right now. Can you imagine if I actually had 10 videos of 10 people telling jokes? I could have put that together for today's video. That would have been amazing. Why don't we do something like that? If you've got a joke to tell, why don't you pick up your phone, turn on the camera, make sure that front-facing camera's got your face, so you see your beautiful face on the phone there. You're looking at yourself. Hit video, hit record, and record yourself telling a joke, and send that video to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Because what I really want to do is have one of these joke video segments made up of you folks telling jokes. I'll introduce it, but it'll be you folks telling your awesome jokes. I think that would be amazing. I think it'd be amazing today if I had it, but I don't. So folks, please send me your jokes, and send me videos of you telling your jokes, and send that to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. It's going to be great. Well, I haven't done this for a few days because I haven't done a proper video for a few days, and I'm sorry, friends. I'm going to talk to you about our store real quick. We have a great store. We've got these coffee cups. Look at that. It's fantastic coffee cups. There's our beautiful Dorothy the cow saying, well, I thought it was funny. She's on both sides on that Starscape. We've got a fantastic 25-ounce to-go cup. I'm going to bring that up right here, my friends. That looks great. Keep your hot beverages hot, your cold beverages colder out in the road while looking awesome and representing the group. I've got some t-shirts, I've got some hoodies. Of course, I'm wearing my hoodie right now. Look at that fantastic hoodie. But let me bring those up. I'm going to drop down that to-go cup. Take a look at there. I've got that what I call the rock shirt, the 3/4 sleeve rock shirt, which is my favorite of our designs, my friend, because I love that style of shirt because it reminds me of concert shirts. Then we've got our t-shirt, and then we've got our hoodies. Like I said, I'm wearing a black hoodie there. We've got multiple colors of all three of these, my friends. They look great. They feel great, and the print is really good quality too on them too. It's not some cheesy iron-on or something like that. It's an actual proper print. And I've washed these many times, and they still look great. They look like they did when they came out of the package in the mail. They look good, and they are holding up really well. Get yourself a shirt, my friend, or a hoodie, or a coffee cup. You're gonna help us out. You're gonna look great. People ask me when I'm wearing these, like the t-shirt or the hoodie, when I'm out and about. They ask me what it's about. They say they like the way it looks. Honestly, I know I'm trying to sell it, but it's true. And I tell them, it's this group, this really funny group. You should join. They say, where is it? I said, you got your phone? And they do. And you know what they do? I get them just to scan that QR code right there. See that QR code there? I just get them to scan that QR code. And then they're at the group. They're new members at the same time, my friends. Look good and represent, my friends. That's right. These are great quality garments, as I just said, my friends. And you know what? I have something else even more cool than that, my friends. I've got a tote bag. And what makes that tote bag cool? Well, of course, it's a good quality tote bag and it looks good. One of the coolest things about that thing is this photo that Rose Glad sent me of her representing with her tote bag. That's right. A few months ago, Rose Glad ordered one of these tote bags, and then she sent me this photo, and I share this as often as I can because it is a great photo, my friends. Rose Glad told me that not only is it great for her groceries and for her books, as you can see in that photo, it's perfect for hauling around your rubber chickens, my friends. And if you know comedy, especially slapstick comedy, you know there's a connection between rubber chickens and slapstick comedy. Rose, you rock. I love that photo, and that's the best endorsement I could ask for, my friends. Absolutely love it. Check out our store, my friends. Yeah, look at us today, eh? Wow, just the funniest group on the internet, my friends. Thank you so very much. Look at me repeating myself, too. I've already repeated myself 3 times in 30 seconds, I think. I'm wrapping this video up, my friends. And I already said that, too, so there's repeating myself again. And you probably noticed a video quality change, too. My camera's dying on me. My camera is my phone, by the way. I use an app to connect it to my PC to do this. And it's starting to die right now just because it's overheating and I don't know, other stuff. But, folks, I am so lucky that you folks came along and made this group amazing, because it makes me feel good, and you folks make me laugh every day, and that makes me feel good. You make me a better person because you make people better when you make them laugh. You really do, and you make people laugh. Not just me, you make so many people laugh every day because of what you share here, because of what you helped us create, my friends. Sorry, I'm not getting emotional. I'm getting congested. But yeah, you folks have made this. You've made this ride amazing, and it's been a rough ride for a little bit. But you made it amazing, and you made it worthwhile. And folks, I'm coming back again tomorrow, and I'm going to have another one of these videos. I really hope you're going to be here too, my friends. And hopefully we're going to have a few new people. I know we're going to have new people in the group. We get over 1,000 people a day, my friends. But we're going to have new people here tomorrow, and hopefully they're going to be watching this video with us. But even if we don't, we're the best. We're the funniest. We're the greatest group on the internet. We're the funniest group on the internet. And we're only funny because of you, my friends. And thank you for this amazing 1 year. Can't wait for that. Can't wait to be talking about the second year next year with you, my friends. It's going to be amazing. It's going to get better. And here's to 1 million. Let's get to 1 million. We're going to do it, my friends. But like I said, if we never get another person, we're still the greatest group on the internet. Thank you. We'll see you again tomorrow, my friends. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it